let's transition and let's go to San Francisco. Let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Unfortunately, I have to talk about this game. I dreaded coming in here having to talk about this as the San Francisco 49ers beat the Green Bay Packers 24-21. For the Packers, Jordan Love, he went 21 of 34. He threw for 194 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Aaron Jones had a great performance, 18 carries, 108 rushing yards. For the 49ers, Brock Purdy, he went 23 of 39. He threw for 252 passing yards, 1 touchdown. The Packers fell to 0-5 in their last 5 playoff matchups with the 49ers. The 49ers have won 7 straight games in the divisional round of the playoffs. They advanced to their 19th conference championship. That's the most all time. Here's Jordan Love after the game.
You know, play broke down, was scrambling right. Saw Christian over the middle and, tried forcing one into him. Thought I could make the play. Didn't see the backside, so they made a great play. Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet. I haven't looked at any pictures, so, looking back on it, yeah, throw it away. I don't know if I had an opportunity to be able to run, maybe get out of bounds, but, force it across the middle late, which is a mortal sin, and, it cost us. So some I'll look at, but, that's an area right there where I'll be able to look at, grow from, and get better in the future.
That was Jordan Love explaining what he saw on the last possession when the 49ers intercepted Jordan Love over the middle. It was Drake Greenlaw. He had his second interception for the game. And, folks, I have really, really been struggling since Saturday night. Like I've dreaded having to come in here and talk about this game. I have been depressed because the Packers had countless opportunities to put this game away. And I haven't been able to sleep since Saturday night. I have not. I haven't had much sleep since, because I always take a nap before the game comes on. And so I watched a little bit of the Texans-Ravens game Saturday afternoon. And once I saw the Ravens, taking off on the Texans, I said, I can get me a pregame nap before the Packers-49ers game come on. And so I haven't slept much since Saturday afternoon. And I keep counting in my head how many chances the Packers had to take over this game. And so let's go back to the Packers in this game. They took a 21-14 lead over the 49ers. It was a touchdown pass from Jordan Love to Bo Melton, and it was a little over 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And so, remember, coming into this game, the Packers were double-digit underdogs. And the 49ers, they were the number 1 seed. They had all the Super Bowl aspirations. Packers were playing with house money. The youngest team in the NFL playing with house money. Jordan Love has been hot, but the Packers don't really have many expectations. And most people thought they were going to get blown out in this game. And at this moment, when the Packers went up 21-14 in the fourth quarter, I took a shot. I'll be honest, I took a shot, and I started thinking, wait a minute, we may have a chance here. Because you got to think, too, before this matchup, the last 4 times the Packers have played the 49ers in the playoffs, they were 0-4. They never beat the 49ers in the Aaron Rodgers era one time. Not one time did the Packers beat the 49ers in the Aaron Rodgers era. And so I was thinking, new era, new quarterback, new team. Maybe we can finally beat these dudes. Up 21-14 with over 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And so the Packers defense comes out. They force a 3-and-out again. And so I'm thinking, here we go. If we get a touchdown and go up 28-14, this game is over. It was similar to, remember 2 years ago when the Bengals were in the Super Bowl? And it seemed like forever the score was 20-16. Forever. I was like, if the Bengals get a touchdown and go up 27-16, they're not going to lose this game because the Rams, they're not going to be able to score twice. They're not going to be able to score twice. It was the same moment in this Packers 49ers game. Because if the Packers go up 28-14, I don't believe the Niners are going to be able to score 2 times in a row to tie the game up. And so the Packers defense, they played sensational. I felt like they played to the best of their abilities in this game. After the Packers go up 28-14, they force another 3-and-out. And so I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. It's happening. It's happening. And Packers get the ball back. And Jordan Love on 3rd and 11. He is trying to throw the ball to Tucker Kraft and inexplicably overthrows Kraft. And Kraft gets one hand on the football, tips the ball up. Dre Greenlaw intercepts the football. And so I'm like, oh my God, that was our chance. That was it. That was it. That was the play of the drive of the game. That was the drive of the game that had to be had to deliver the knockout punch to the 49ers. And he threw an interception. But I was thinking, we still okay. We good. We all right. Our defense is playing well. No Debo for them. We're fine. We're good. And so the 49ers go 7 plays, 14 yards. They were already pretty much in the Packers territory, so they got a field goal. So it's 21-17. And so I'm thinking, okay, we got another chance. Punt. They go 3-and-out again. I don't know what happened on this possession. They go 3-and-out, and they weren't able to get into field goal range or nothing. So it's 21-17, and at that point, we head into the fourth quarter. And so the defense for the Packers holds up again. They force a punt by the 49ers. And so here is the biggest play of the game, and I'm still struggling. It's 21-17, and the Packers are backed up. They are backed up in the 49ers territory. And Aaron Jones goes 53 yards receiving a toss from Jordan Love, goes 53 yards. I thought anybody was going to score. I started going nuts because I'm thinking, okay, we are now in 49ers territory. There's no way we're not going to get points here. There's no way. And let's back up. When the Packers received the football, they were at their own 10-yard line. They were at their own 10-yard line, but Aaron Jones goes for 53 yards. And I'm like, oh, my God, here we go. If we get a touchdown, we are going to win this game. 28-17. That's what I was thinking. And so they get all the way down to the 49ers 37-yard line. And then it's a neutral zone infraction on Arik Armstead. So they are inside the 35-yard line. And they go, Wilson gets 8 yards. So now it's at the Niners 24-yard line. So I'm thinking, okay, it's time to deliver the knockout punch. You got to deliver the knockout punch. If you are a 7 seed trying to upset a number 1 seed, you have to throw the knockout punch here. This is the moment. This is our moment to punch our ticket to the NFC Championship game. This is it, Jordan. This is it. Here's your moment. Let's do it. And 1st and 10. Jordan Love passed to Tucker Kraft for no gain. 2nd and 10. Aaron Jones gets 1 yard. Tackled by Dre Greenlaw. 3rd and 9. Jordan Love, the Niners bring a blitz. I remember the play. They bring a blitz. Wicks, he throws the ball for Wicks, but it's off the mark, off target. Packers had to settle for a field goal. And this dude, Andrew Carlson. One job. You got one job, Carlson. One job. This is a 41-yard field goal. And that's why, even though Josh Allen came up small. I do understand what Bills fans are going through today. I get it. Bass missed the field goal for them against the Chiefs, and Carlson completely missed the field goal that would have put the Packers up 7. And if you go up 7, then the 49ers have to play different when they get the football back, and the Packers can be more aggressive knowing you have a 7-point lead. And Carlson misses the field goal. And so, similar to Stephon Diggs, I don't think Matt LaFleur and the Packers organization, they shouldn't have allowed Carlson back on the flight to Green Bay. They should have left him in San Francisco. You got one job. It's been a problem all season where he's mixed extra points, and Matt LaFleur just pretty much said, I'm praying every time he goes out there. That was the report. That he says he prays every time Andrew Carlson takes the field. He shouldn't even be the kicker at this point. They should have brought in a veteran like Mason Crosby to at least compete with Carlson, and he misses the field goal. So I'm thinking, oh my God, we blew it again. These are all moments of the game where the Packers have an opportunity to create separation and put more pressure on the 49ers, and they didn't capitalize. And so before I even get to the 49ers, the Packers had multiple opportunities offensively to put this game away, and they didn't capitalize. And defensively, the Packers had multiple chances to catch interceptions in this game. I know everyone's going to talk about Brock Purdy and how great Brock Purdy was on that last drive. And he was. He when the 49ers needed Brock Purdy to come through, he delivered. On that last game-winning drive, Brock Purdy, he goes 6 of 7. He threw 47 passing yards, 11 rushing yards, 3 first downs. It was a 12-play, 69-yard touchdown drive in 5 minutes and 11 seconds. And yes, Brock Purdy played well when it mattered the most. But 49er fans know that Brock Purdy was awful in this game, to be honest. He was awful. He was awful for the first 3 quarters of this football game. And if you look at the stat sheet, Jordan Love threw 2 interceptions. Brock Purdy also should have thrown minimal 2 interceptions as well. Darnell Savage had a pick 6 in the first quarter. Keyshawn Nixon also had an opportunity for an interception in the second half, and it went right through his hands. So if you're the 49ers, I don't feel like they should feel confident in Brock Purdy and his ability to win them a Super Bowl. Because Brock Purdy, for majority of this game, he was off. Look at Brock Purdy in his first 8 drives compared to his game-winning drive. In his first 8 drives, he was 17 of 32. On his last drive, he was 6 of 7. In his first 8 drives, he completed 53% of his passes. On the game-winning drive, he completed 86% of his passes. In his first 8 drives, his off-target percentage was 35%. On his last game-winning drive, it was 0%. And the only incompletion that he had on the last drive was George Kittle, where George Kittle just dropped the pass. But I thought Brock Purdy was very, very inconsistent, and the Packers just missed multiple opportunities to catch interceptions that could have completely changed this game. And I'm gonna have trouble really sleeping at night thinking about those missed opportunities. And if I'm having trouble sleeping, I know Darnell Savage and Nixon, they're going to struggle as well sleeping over the offseason, knowing they missed multiple opportunities to catch interceptions that Brock Purdy threw their way. We had chances. Now, to Kyle Shanahan's credit, he did get the football to Christian McCaffrey in the second half. He had 13 touches in the second half compared to only having 11 touches in the first half. But in the first half, yards per touch was 4.5 for McCaffrey. In the second half, it was 6.0. In the first half, 0 touchdowns from McCaffrey, 2 touchdowns in the second half. In the first half, he had 2 first downs. In the second half, he had 4 first downs. And so we all know that Christian McCaffrey is the best player on this 49ers offense. And I thought the game was different for the 49ers once they lost Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel was a very, very important piece to their offense. Very, very important. And so losing Deebo Samuel, I thought it took the 49ers away from what they wanted to do because Deebo Samuel was an important player in this offense. And so I thought that was also important. But again, I just thought the Packers missed a lot of opportunities to put the 49ers away, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. Jawan Jennings, give him credit. He's one of the receivers for the 49ers. He had 5 receptions, 61 receiving yards, 4 receiving first downs. He did a great job. And then, again, defensively, Dre Greenlaw, 8 total tackles, 2 interceptions, only allowed 25 receiving yards for the game. But, yes, the 49ers won the game, and they will play in the NFC Championship game next week in Santa Clara. But they got away with one here. They definitely escaped by the skin of their teeth over the Packers because this was a game the Packers had multiple opportunities to win. And real quick before I get out of here, I want to say this about Jordan Love because as great as Jordan Love has been in the second half of the season, this is Jordan Love after starting the season 3-6, 7-2 record, NFL ranked 4th, 21 touchdowns, 1 interception, NFL ranked 1st, 71 completion percentage, NFL ranked 2nd, passer rating 116.6, NFL ranked 2nd. As great as Jordan Love has been for the Packers since week 11, Jordan Love choked in the fourth quarter of this football game. Those 2 interceptions in the second half, Jordan Love completely choked. And I thought he kind of, the moment became a little bit too big for him. He'll learn from it. The Packers will learn from it. They have a great future ahead of them. You look at the receiving core, Watson's 24, Reed's 23, Dobbs 23, Wicks 22. So this Packers offense, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, and they'll be back in the mix next year for sure. But this is going to be a loss that's going to hurt for a while. It's going to be a long offseason because this one was one the Packers could have stolen in San Francisco and found themselves in the NFC Championship game. And I think they could have possibly beat the Lions in the NFC Championship for sure. So it's going to hurt. But congrats to Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers for advancing to their 19th conference championship game. And we'll see what happens from here. Lions, 49ers, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. in San Fran.